All right, guys, we are back. We're live. We had some technical difficulties with our stream, but we're back. Um, Once again, this is I hope you at least got to see our Jake the Snake match. Um, and we got Big D's promo. I hope you got it somewhat. So yeah, the only thing we have left is our promo. Is guess this promo, and the energy is sucked out of me, and I cannot. I have a I'm having a difficult time with it right now. So, shall we get to the very last? Oh, you're blowing it back. Are you blowing the energy back?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
was
I
blonde.
need it. I need it right now.
So
I let things get to me sometimes. All the time.
you let you let them in.
I let them in.
You let them in. That's it.
Oh no, Pages. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. But we have arrived. This is our very last portion of the podcast. So for all of you that are still with
um.
us.
Well, I mean, well, what did you think of the
Oh, okay, good, good.
blindfold match?
I thought it was great. I really thought it was great. I thought it was what a way to tell a story in a match.
Right.
What a way to tell a story in a match. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I feel like in today's day and age, it'd be interesting. Like it was a MCT certified or
And
MC certified,
and
NT certified. Yeah, he said, like that's something we didn't see in the NCT. That's something we didn't see in the, um, I don't know how it would translate today. Like, I don't know if today's blindfold match would be fun. Like,
right.
it's not wrestling really. It was very much. It was like really short match, but it was very entertaining. Like, and then
Right.
listening to the audience, that was so cool. And the fact that they like, you had one where the audience was working against the model, against Rick
Mhm.
Martel, and they were working with Jake, and they were telling the Jake where Rick was, and like that was so, like that is like listening. That match was the equivalent of listening to the Rock's promos where he would interact with the audience.
Right.
Like that was
Right.
that was way more fun for the audience during that event. Um, yeah, I don't know what like Meltzer gave it. Like I'm interested to know what grade or how he graded this particular match if he did. That might be something interesting worth finding out. But
Um,
Dave Meltzer star ratings WrestleMania 7. Let's see what he
we are on the point.
rating is dud. He gave it a rating of a dud. DUD. Now, let me make sure that he's
Um.
what that means. A dud match is one without any redeeming social value. Yeah, he gave it a dud. Without any redeeming social value, apparently. So it says a dud match is one without any redeeming social value.
No. A thing that fails to work properly or is otherwise unsatisfactory or worthless.
Which kind of does
Yeah.
reconnect me or it does sort of reinforce what I think as far as the Meltzer's grades. Like I don't think he understands. Like he's grading the match in a sense of like how is this a match? Like a
Well,
match
and
is not does
that's
not sit alone.
that's how you go back and just see what how what his grade system is. Yeah, that's. I mean, like, so what I'm going to look at is, like in this kind of day and age, perhaps. No, it's not updated because this is all not rated. But like something like the, you know, Firefly Funhouse match, or um, um, I don't know what other matches I can really think of that, but not necessarily a match
So
per
WrestleMania
se.
36, the John Cena match.
I mean,
Okay, versus the Fiend. So WrestleMania, let's see what Meltzer gave it. Bleacher Report. I can't believe I'm like actually pushing
well, I
him,
mean,
but like it's a good question. Let's check it out.
all right. I mean, I wouldn't mind reading more of the Observer just to see, what he uses as a template. Oh, it says he did not rate WrestleMania 36 matches.
Oh,
It was too boring.
it was too boring.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with him there. So
So, but anyway, but like I don't know. I mean, like there was a couple moves, but it was all about that. It was a storytelling performance match. I mean, you're good. It's more of a performance um, rather than match. But I mean, it was a lot more. It was still physical. They still hit each other. There was still a finisher. Um, but just like, I mean, the Firefly Funhouse had a finisher as well.
I just can't believe like that Jake Roberts was this Rick Martel that he thought that he ranked that as a dud.
Yeah. Well, and
Like
then
that.
again, does that, so when you looked it up, was it DUD? Does that stand for something, or is it just straight up dud match?
Well, that's what I checked. Like Earthquake
So I
and
was,
Rick maybe did not score. But like usually when I was reading, so when I read, so what dud rating? So dud rating from Wrestling Observer. Dud. A rating
oh,
of
good.
0 stars are referred to as dud. As dud. Okay, let's see. Um, yeah, so it said somewhere like it said. I'm having a hard time.
Okay.
I'm having a hard time. Wrestling newsletter star ratings. Dud is a 0 star match.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
I completely disagree. I thought that was. I'm not sure it was a 5 star match, but
right,
you
right.
want to talk about wrestling psychology? That doesn't mean just a wrestling match psychology. That means wrestling psychology, the whole thing, and the fact how they were using the audience, and the fact that um how, how Jake the Snake Roberts. This is what happens when I get discombobulated. The fact that Jake the Snake Roberts was, he was so smart about every single move that he did. Like he gets Irish whipped into the ropes. He runs away. Like that is genius. All of those things are genius, and like knowing what. Um, I mean, I guess I don't completely disagree with Dave Meltzer. But it just seems like, like what he would give a 5 star rating. You're like, whoa, okay. This was just a match, and it's like what we watched as our first match tonight. That was one of like top rated matches that Dave Meltzer gave WWE in a while.
So we just went from like almost the top of the spectrum to the bottom of the spectrum.
Oh yeah, of Dave Meltzer, yes, of the Wrestling Observer, which we're plugging, I guess. Yes, we did, and it's really interesting to see because like the first match is like a car wreck. It's like you're watching as a car wreck. It's, I mean, these guys are really beating on each other, and that's like, wow, holy shit, like this is really happening. But you cannot sustain that. That is not sustainable. That would, if if the wrestlers went through this, that would destroy all the credibility, like complete credibility, because all of a sudden, like everybody has to jump off the top of the hell in a cell in a sense to concrete in order to get a reaction. Like you got to be careful. Like I think the Attitude Era was sort of slightly guilty of that because they really did like tables, TLC matches, Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon. I mean, they increased that hardcore very high, and it's like,
oh yeah, every match had blood.
you desensitized this a little bit on that, so it was like the PG era needed to happen. It was like the it was like the counterbalance, because there was the Attitude Era was very very kind of like
It's like, oh, all right, we gotta
slow down.
We gotta filter everything out here, and that's why people are just so used to it, and I think that's what, and that explains a lot of the whole, people hate this day's wrestling, and it's a lot. And I'm sure a lot of the people, it's because they lived and they experienced the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And they saw it.
At least I'm aware of it.
And that's what hooked them in. That's what brought them in. And they go to watch it now, and it's just like,
It is sports. It is more sports now. It is like less the storytelling, more sports. But either way, I just felt like that was that match you picked with Jake the Snake that we just watched. Oh, dude, it was like, to me, it was so fucking entertaining. And there's like 4 or 5 wrestling moves the whole thing.
Right.
What a story, though. Like, they really showed you story in the ring. It's like great. And the audience was part of it, which was fantastic. I'm going to rewatch that match with the audience, because we usually watch these matches without. I'm going to rewatch that match with the audience, because I can only imagine how cool that was.
Right. It was loud. It was loud. Yeah. It's like, it's fortunate that, they can see. I didn't really watch it again until just now. Like I didn't watch it before I decided that's what I wanted to do. But just seeing it this time when he's putting the mask on, Jake the Snake, his hand is underneath his mask to like adjust it, and then you can see his hand through the mesh. So obviously they can see, but still, just to still be able to perform like that. I mean, who knows? Maybe Rick the Model couldn't see because he was just like.
Yeah, he was really like over the top there for a little bit in the beginning, but he settled down. Right. He settled down a little bit.
Yeah, but no, that's a memorable match. Like I always think about that match, and it's 29 years ago. Jeez.
It's a great match, dude. I really enjoy that. The storyline wise, like, just telling that story was great.
Right. Yeah, and it's like, those feuds. I mean, they lasted for a long time. And I was like, back then, that's when they only had 4 pay-per-views a year. So you had to tell us, you had to have a story last for at least 3 months. If it was going to make the next pay-per-view. And sometimes they're feuds. That's why you had feuds that would go on for a year or so, because they just kept on building up each pay-per-view. And I mean that Jake the Snake and Rick the Model Martel, I mean that went at least 2 months that I know of. Because I was like, they showed him when he got sprayed in the face, and then it was like a month later he was he was back, and his eye was still all messed up, and it was probably another month or so until that match. So, and again, it was just like completely different, a different time back then. You weren't seeing everybody every week. You weren't hearing them talk about the wrestling, 2, 3 times, 4 times a week. It was just like every other week or something like that. I don't know, but
It's like less is more type of thing with wrestling.
yeah, it's like well, I just think that's like Monday Night Raw would come out, and then it was just like you had every once a week, bam, 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 and before that, you would have Saturday night main event or something like that, but you wouldn't necessarily have everybody on those shows necessarily every week. So it might have been 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so, maybe at least 2 weeks probably, till the next part of that a storyline would be kind of told, and then so it's like it was just a long I don't know what you want to call it, just a long story.
Long
Yeah,
arc, story arc.
sure,
Sure.
sure, sure. It's like a long con. That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's like the long con.
not.
They have time to tell a story, and it really builds up. I mean, that's the biggest difference. And even now, I mean, if you're given the time to tell a story and to put these matches in, and as long as like if it's not the final match of that feud, if it can still tell a story and then leave you wanting more, that they're, they're leaving a cliffhanger, like that there's more coming. If they can do that well, then they can do a whole feud for a whole year. But I mean, they're trying to do that now, and it's yeah, no,
The
thank you.
interesting thing would be to know who is running, who was on the booking committee during that. That'd be interesting to know.
Right, but
But
yeah,
yeah,
so that was the Jake the Snake. I love Rick Martel. He was just such. I mean, they're both just unique, but just so much charisma and just so much character, and they just stayed in that. They just carried that character for so long. And Rick the Model, he was around for a long time. Long time. He wasn't always like that.
well, like he's a perfect.
Character, that gimmick, but
He's a great heel though.
oh yeah, that was a super great heel. I mean, he had a weapon. He had he super annoying, and yeah, he's just
That's the big weapon of a heel is cheating,
yeah,
and
just
it's really difficult to
spraying.
cheat when you don't have rules.
Sure.
Which is why I gripe on the refs so much. Like, we need rules. Um, so thank you for that match, man. Sincerely, I really enjoyed it. Um,
Yeah.
I completely, 100%, utterly disagree with Meltzer's review of that match. Completely, utterly, I think we're in two different hemispheres, two different universes. So I'm just gonna say that. I don't know. Um, but then looking at his other stuff too, like there's a lot of things I disagree with there, but some of the things we do agree, so I can't just be completely. I don't know why. I just want to go.
Don't growl.
I just want to talk smack. I guess I just want to talk shit.
Oh, well, that's on Friday nights after SmackDown.
That's when we talk
Talking.
shit. Talking smack. We should go to that promo thing that they used to have on that Fox. I forget backstage thing. whatever. One with the CM Punk and
oh, okay, yeah, okay,
yeah, because they would have that promo school segment. I would love
okay,
to be in promo
got
school segment.
gotcha.
I would love to. Oh, I would let loose on so many things. It would have been. Maybe I just need a like venting with Max Jaw.
You just need to promo it out.
Maybe that's why I wrote the Rock promo. Anyway, I do have a. Speaking of promos, how's this for a great segue?
Wow, look at that segue.
Speaking of promos, I do have one more Guess That promo, and I apologize for having internet connection issues, but we're back. And so anyone playing, I have one more promo. We have Guess That promo, the main event of Guess That promo evening. I said, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready to guess.
I have a question to answer. Your question. As you, Hulk Hogan, travel to Wrestlemania by conventional means, the normals you travel with experience malfunctions. As you realize, all that is left is total self-destruction. Do you, Hulk Hogan, show self-pity? Do you, Hulk Hogan, try to reason why? Do you, Hulk Hogan, try and comfort the normals that have even more fear than you? Or do you, Hulk Hogan, kick the doors out? Kick the cockpit door down? Take the two pilots that have already made the sacrifice so that you can face this challenge. Dispose of them, Hulk Hogan. Assume the controls, Hulk Hogan. Shove that control into a nosedive, Hulk Hogan. Push yourself to total self-destruction as you realize, Hulk Hogan, you're about to enter a world close to parts unknown. Ah, smell it. Do you, Hulk Hogan, look for a place to hide? Or do you, Hulk Hogan, face that challenge that may be more powerful than even you are, Hulk Hogan? You, Hulk Hogan, must self-destruct so that you will know, Hulk Hogan, who is the chosen one. For Hulk Hogan, I am not the chosen one you speak of. I am not. I, Hulk Hogan, am the only one. Now, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Who the heck says someone's name that many times in a promo?
I mean, like, usually if it makes you squint, that right there is a hint. Three, two, one. Am I gonna have to deliver this promo?
Was it a wrestler that did this promo?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was a manager.
Nope. It was an actual wrestler. I give you a hint. That hurt. I don't know how the hell he does it.
Oh, was it Goldberg?
No.
Oh.
Close. Not Goldberg, but he was one of those really buff nutsos. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to deliver this promo.
You might.
Oh my god. Alright, I was not ready for this at all. Okay.
Oh.
Kurt Angle? Paige is guessing Kurt Angle. Oh my god. Not even... She just put her headphones on and she's gone. She's like... Like, imagine that. Hulk Hogan. I have a question to answer. Your question.
What's the Ultimate Warrior?
Yes! The Ultimate Warrior, yes! Yes! So before he faced Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, this is the nosedive, known as the nosedive promo, the airplane crash promo. Because like that's what if it makes you squint, where you're like, what the hell is he talking about? It's most likely the Ultimate Warrior.
Right. See, because you're saying like the Hulk Hogan or something. You said I think a couple times.
Yeah.
I was thinking I had Paul Bearer in my head. And I was thinking it was when it was Undertaker. Was feuding with Hogan, and I was seeing it was Paul Bearer.
I'm glad I didn't have to deliver that fully. I am so glad because that would destroy my voice. But yeah. Damn.
I'll have to check that out.
You got it. Hey, Ultimate Warrior. At least we got to guess that promo. Great. That was fun. I enjoyed it. But it's funny. It's like, you just nosedive the plane on your way to self-destruction. Who is the chosen one? For Hulk Hogan, I am not the chosen one you speak of. I like to say, shove that control into a nosedive, Hulk Hogan.
I just like that. Just to see seeing his face.
Yeah. It's like... He says Hulk Hogan so many times during that promo. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Who's time? Hulk Hogan. Yourself to total self-destruction. As you realize, Hulk Hogan, a world close to Martel. I'll smell it for you.
God, he's just ripped.
Face that challenge. Even more powerful than even you are, Hulk Hogan. Hogan must self-destruct so that you will know Hulk Hogan is the chosen one. Hulk Hogan! I am no chosen one. You speak. I am not. I
Man, that was
mix it up a little.
Tense, huh?
yeah.
That was intense.
Guys, me up. Oh man, he's just so into that. It was like a mixture of like Macho Man and
Even Snake, Jake the Snake.
yeah. It was just, that was a long promo. That was almost 4 minutes.
Well, I mean, that was a short promo. Like, I read it in under a minute.
Right.
And he said, yeah, how many times did he say Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. You're like, oh.
Every sentence almost.
Every sentence.
That's funny.
Yeah, so.
That's funny.
There we are. Dude, like.
No wonder Papa Shango poisoned him. Jeez. It's crazy.
There's what?
So no wonder Papa Shango poisoned him. Freaking crazy.
I don't know where I was listening to, like, Jake the Snake Roberts was talking about when they, Warrior, like, they just, oh yeah, I was listening to a video where, like, a lot of just wrestlers were shooting a Warrior, and then most of them did not like him. They just did not like him. He was sort of an asshole. But the funniest thing was Jake was talking about the Warrior, and, you know, because he did those promos with the Warrior, and basically put him. I watched Jake literally lure Warrior into the room full of snakes.
Right.
And
Right.
Jake was laughing because he's like, they told him to shuffle his feet. Don't lift your feet. Just shuffle your feet. And he didn't listen because that's kind of how Warrior was. He never listened. And so he was stepping in there. All those snakes were biting him. And Jake was just laughing his ass off telling that story. Like, it was just, like, every time I listen to Jake the Snake in anything, it's just like, holy crap, man, this dude is, he can talk, man. He can tell you, like, and the way he delivers is so sincere.
Right.
That was amazing, dude. Even just him.
Oh, even when they just recently, because he's on
AEW.
Well, I think he's still on. Yeah, he's on AEW, managing this guy. But he cut a promo earlier. It was January or February that I saw, and I was kind of like watching it. He cut a promo then too, and I was just like, man, he's gonna do this every week. I'll watch AEW just for
I
him.
watched the very first promo he cut in AEW. But yeah, like, it was so yeah. The promo you cut today, you guessed that promo. It's very
Mhm.
very interesting to listen to because I never listened to it. I never heard it before. And it's very interesting that that was Cody Rhodes. Out
Yeah.
of all people, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Cody Rhodes against his brother. And that was just a whole like that was like it was one of the first pay-per-views that AEW had. So it was kind of like a smack in the face to. And they do that a lot. There's a lot of smack in the faces towards Vince and
and Triple H, yeah, because he
um,
beat that throne.
yeah,
Remember?
yep, yep. Um, when Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper, came in and he took over the Dark Order, and
Oh,
oh my god, jeez,
oh yeah, oh yeah, that was
the
a
phone
real
just
moment.
vibrated like crazy.
Oh,
There's an Amber Alert,
oh,
everybody. Jeez.
see, like I don't understand why people
Oh,
name their daughters Amber because they just keep getting.
oh man, my phone's just freaking. They just both went nuts.
That was funny, man. That was hilarious. So yes, we're live, ladies and
Jeez.
gentlemen. Uh, we have lost
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
Thursday. You never know what happens on Thursday.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I turned my screen off. Okay, I think I'm back.
No, you're good. You're on the whole time. Except you're not. There you go.
There we go. Wow, all right. Yes.
Amber, shook your phone.
Yeah, in Maryland.
What's happening in
Or,
Maryland?
there's an Amber Alert in Maryland. I don't know why I would get that in New York, but they must be coming down this way.
At least they know where they're coming.
Anyway, jeez. I thought it was like a tornado or
People
something.
from Maryland coming onto New York.
It went off on my other phone first, and then this one went and just boom, just took everything down with it, tripod, everything.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, with AEW, yeah, they're just they're shots at. So Brody Lee, he was the head of this Dark Order. He was sitting at the end of this table, and man, um, and he just had mentioned they're like all sitting at this table together, and someone sneezed, and well, Vince McMahon doesn't like when people sneeze around him. So like they just like don't. He's like, don't sneeze around me. And he like hits them, whatever, and just so mad that someone sneezed around him, and then it turns out that it was a shot at Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon doesn't like when people sneeze around him. Then they did like the shots of people watching wrestling matches in the backstage and the way that they're watching the TV, and just the jab at WWE of like how wrestlers always watch from like their side, like they have like I don't know, just the, but yeah, no, and then now with now they're taking shots at through Dean or through John Moxley, but taking jabs of WWE again. Yeah, so it's just a constant. They're always jabbing. We're jobbing, they're jabbing. But it's,
Yes.
I'm waiting for like, come on, Vince, like take it, like let's give it
I
back,
don't
kind
I
of.
don't think he wants to sell it. I don't think Vince wants to sell AEW at all. It's like me talking smack about Dave Meltzer. Or some of
Right.
the reviews of Dave Meltzer's, not Dave Meltzer in general.
I was just talking to someone about it yesterday about if there was like if they could have like an actual feud And like I don't think so. That'd be awesome if they
WWE
was.
and AEW?
Like, yeah.
Or me
Yeah.
versus Dave Meltzer?
Both, I guess. Both. Are we gonna recreate like we gotta get the creators of Celebrity Deathmatch. Make some like claymation videos of you versus Dave Meltzer and Vince McMahon versus AEW. Just me,
No,
Vince McMahon versus.
the way I do business, the way this is gonna get done, if it does get done, is I'll talk to Smack, and then he'll be in the ring first, and then your music is gonna hit, and it's just
My music?
Your music.
Oh man,
Here comes Big D.
shoot!
I remember if I'm
Oh,
gonna
why
play
use-
the heel, if I'm gonna play the bitch, I'm gonna go all the way. I'm gonna go all the
I don't even
way.
know
I'm
what
gonna
my music
spray
sounds
perfume on people.
like.
I'm gonna do all kinds of shit. I'm gonna get a man purse and then put something heavy in it and hit people with it. Like I don't care. Like I'm all the way into these characters.
Perfume, a fanny
That's right.
pack.
Yeah.
Man, you're just
Yeah. I'll do that '80s bodybuilder look, but I'm skinny. That'd be hilarious. Just like that super like Gold's Gym shirt all the way down, just wide open.
just the breeze is just
Get
blowing
those
through
really
it.
baggy pants they had in the '80s. Got Sting's flat top.
The Zumbas. Oh, you're gonna look like the gym. I can't think of his name. The guy that owned
Gold.
the gym or dojo there on Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, Rex Kwando.
Yeah,
Rex Kwando. Yeah, that guy.
yeah.
Oh, I forget Rex
Man.
Kwando. I forget what he said, but I remember it was really fucking funny. Do you think I'm a failure because I go home to Starlight every night? Forget about it.
Starluck.
Oh man.
It's my next week's Gushers promo. We're just gonna go off the rails on promos now.
Oh, there's so many promos. Our guest, the promo segment, ladies and gentlemen, will live on in infamy. There's a lot of cool promos, a lot of crazy promos, a lot of funny promos. Ah, man, I'm just so excited every time I get to write a promo down.
I mean, it's not like I didn't necessarily pinpoint that Cody promo, but so I was like I said, I was actually looking for a Gold Dust one, and I'm sure I could find him. Yeah, because that's what I wanted to do. I was waiting. I was doing more for the performance, but I got sidetracked by Cody's. Like, oh, Cody does good promo. I was like, let me check this one out. And like, oh, like, okay, I remember this one. Like once I started watching it, and then I was listening to it, and I was like, okay, all right, yeah, this would be a good one to guess, and then also talk about because once he said, well, and I didn't say it, but he's like, I'm not here to kill Dustin Rhodes. I'm here to kill the Attitude Era. Listen, I might not be the best Rhodes of the Rhodes, but yeah. So those are the two lines that I cut out.
Yeah,
So
that was
much.
well cut out. I think eventually,
But
we start acting it and with the full promo. I think that's probably the way to.
with the Gold Dust, like I was
You're
already
ready for
just.
it.
Because he also did the.
Oh, that's why you said Goldust. I'm like, no. Hogan.
Well, no, I said Gold. I said Goldberg.
I don't think
Not
Goldberg.
Goldust.
Like, what's Goldberg's promo?
Said,
You're next. I'm a superhero.
I just thought maybe because you did that, I'm like, well, it sounds like Goldberg. Hogan, Goldberg. Oh, that happened in WCW. Actually, I love WCW, so I'm gonna go with that. But No,
Yeah, I think
it
that's
was.
that guessing part is like when we actually start adding whatever we took out. Like so when we act out, if we
Right.
do, so yeah, I'm just figuring out a different way to do this because there's like 30 seconds for people to guess. I don't think they need 30 seconds because most people are trying to figure it out as we're saying it. So this is like backstage footage of the jobbers now. We're just jobbing here. You do watch it because I got the potatoes. That's a potato. Just used it. Um, yes. Yeah, I feel like we should give it 10 seconds and then actually start acting it, like start selling the promo like the wrestler did. I think that's probably the best way to go because then people are throwing them out. You're like, oh, oh, oh.
Right. 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 Like, oh, I don't know. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hulk Hogan. Oh.
That was my Ultimate Warrior. That's his entrance music.
I think that's his outro music.
Yeah. Oh, and then you got.
Just the face you make afterwards is what's funny.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's it.
oh my gosh, we're going off the rails.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. It's an off the rails
It
kind
is.
of day.
It's Thursday, man. Thursday just seems to be that day where the internet goes out. But I've learned a couple of things today, which is good. So I learned a couple of things from our stream today.
Yay. Yay.
Yep. One of which is to actually record it because I can. So because we can keep going if our stuff goes up.
Right. Gotcha. Gotcha.
But yeah, man, I think we should probably close this out.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you everybody for joining us this week on our Naughty or Nice. As we watched the what did we watch? Oh yeah, Walter versus Ilja Dragunov.
Car wreck.
Jake the Snake versus the Martel Blindfold match. 2 Gusta promos, and yeah, and we'll be back live on YouTube this Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific, as we put over the profile of Mr. Dustin Rhodes, Gold Dust. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah. Again, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, give us a thumbs up, turn your notifications on, follow us all on social medias. You'll see the screen at the end. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm Big D. This is Max Jaw. We are the Jobbers, and we'll see you next time.
Ooh, yeah. Make sure you subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and hit them notifications. Oh, yeah, you little enhancement talent maggots.
Careful, Bailey
Make
might
sure
come
you
and cut you
follow
open.
us on Twitter and Instagram at The Jawbers. That is JAWBERS for you spelling little enhancing talent jabroni. Ooh, and lastly,
Persona.
get to our website. Yeah. That is thejobbers.com. Once
the little
again,
girl
you
that,
little maggot,
Bailey
it
used
is
to hug all the time. She came out at NXT. Apparently, she has like her.
Come and get yourself some swag, baby. Ooh, oh, yeah, you little piece of work, yeah.